to me.
Fucking love it. I love that show so much.
So good.
I just at this point I kind of just watch highlights because like I don't want to rewatch the whole show again, so I just watch highlights. Oh man, like I'm guessing you got to the scene where Tsukishima like finds his love for volleyball.
Tsukishima.
He's
Which one's that?
the really tall guy with blonde hair with the glasses, the goggles.
The jerk. There's a jerk.
I like him.
Yeah, that's my sister's favorite. She says he's cute.
You're a jerk.
I think he's really cute
punk,
too. And then like like you find out about like his older brother and like how like his older brother, like he thought he was like what position was it? Did he think his brother was playing? But he ended up not. He was never really on the court.
Well, he thought his brother was the ace.
The ace.
The ace.
Team.
That's what he said.
That boy was benched.
And he wasn't even on the team.
Oh, I thought he was benched.
God, what a good show. Brian Torrens, hello, welcome to the chat. Thank you for coming in with the noti. Crunchyroll, Funimation, what other stuff? Netflix.
Attack on Titan. You put Husbando's wife who's on there.
You're right. Top Husbandos.
Top waifus. Soul Eater, Fire Force.
I already got all that, baby. You already know the vibes.
Haikyuu.
I got all that. We're full. We hit all 500 characters. Well, 499, but we take those.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
What's up, Brian? What's up, bro?
Excuse me.
Ooh, let's get one thing ready.
Share. Jesus.
What in the hell?
My Lord and Savior.
What in the hell? I have to go find it.
I want to start the Fire Force manga. Where do I start after the anime? Ooh, that is a good question. So I actually don't know, but with the power of the internet, it says what chapters does season 2 end, and it says you can begin after chapter 174. Wait. Yeah. 174. 174 is where you can start. Trust me, I look this up all the time. Now that's after season 2. If you haven't watched season 2, watch season 2, then start at 174.
Well, there you go, Brian.
I have to finish watching. I have to catch up on Fire Force. I just don't know when.
Oops.
That's crazy.
I have the thing that needs to open. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No problem, Brian. No problem.
Yeah, guys. So pretty much this is just our pre-show before we actually start the actual podcast. Give it like a few more minutes, right, Hector? Or what do you think?
Yeah, we'll give it 3 more minutes and then we'll go.
You let me know and then I'll go ahead and because you're running the show though. You're the captain, not me, dude. I don't know.
You're okay. We are live for our Bento Boxcast #podcast.
Like any online places to buy manga? I know Renee and Hector bought more manga than I have. I mean, I would just go to the.
I've actually. Yeah, I would just go to the bookstore for my manga. I don't really buy manga online.
I've ordered my like Jujutsu Kaisen books from Barnes and Noble online because I think they were like cheaper, or I think it was like free shipping or something online versus like in store. But I bought it during like the beginning of the pandemic. I didn't want to go into the stores, so. But Barnes and Noble is cool.
There used to be this one online anime store I used to buy a bunch of shit from. I'm trying to remember the name of the website though.
I mean, you'll be surprised now. Like, I mean, like Target started carrying manga, so like I wouldn't be surprised. Like, you can probably order from like Target online too. Like, big retailers are now carrying manga books. You don't have to just find them in like smaller shops. There's, pros and cons to that, but
Oh,
it's everywhere.
rightstuffanime.com is where I used to buy a bunch of shit. I mean, I didn't really buy manga, but they sold manga, and I would buy like like shirts and shit like that, merchandise, figurines. Like if you don't want, like if you're looking for like a different option, like other than Barnes and Noble, that's one I used to use all the time.
Okay, hopefully that actually works. Boom, tweet is live. And then we'll get going in a minute.
You let me know when to start
the tweet. Here we go. Retweet. Here we go. Okay, guys. So I actually had a question. I don't remember what I was looking up, but what's the there was someone had asked a question like, what's the difference between shonen and seinen? And I never heard of seinen before.
We answered this before. Shonen is more like action, anime, more kind of like a Naruto, Bleach type thing. That's definitely
My
shonen.
Hero, right?
My Hero is like that action. The way that like it's more defined, like directly defined, it's like shows for like young teenagers, like teenage boys, pretty much. Like that's the way like they would define it in Japan, kind of. It's kind of like
seinen.
No, shonen. Shonen.
Oh, that's shonen.
Yeah,
okay.
Shonen is for ages 18 and younger. That's what they market for. Seinen is for 18 to 40. That's their market. Yeah.
So like
that's like it's kind of like a targeting thing, yeah.
So yeah, like shonen is more shonen's for like more like the action, friendship. Let's go, let's do it together, guys, with the power of friendship. Naruto is a really great example of shonen. And like Hector said, seinen is more like it takes it a little bit more serious. Some of the material, some of the material that's being shown or being the story or whatever could still have those elements of like action or whatever, but deals with more stronger themes or more adult themes.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Because I was like looking at like just like anime, and a lot of the shows like Vinland Saga, like Chainsaw Man, like all that was under like seinen, and I was like, oh, like what's the difference? But
yeah, also seinen manga kind of focuses on like action, politics, science fiction, fantasy, relationships, sports, or comedy, while shonen is like Rafa said, like more like the friendship stuff. So like it definitely covers more like adult topics. And I'm more of a fan of seinen. So like some of the examples of seinen is like Berserk, 20th Century Boys, Ghost in the Shell, Hellsing, Initial D, Maison Ikoku, Master Keaton, Mushishi, Oh My Goddess, Outlaw Star, Tokyo Ghoul, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Trigun.
JoJo baby,
of course.
JoJo. Sometimes.
I mean, yeah, it's more essentially seinen is more adult topics. And more often than not, you'll get more fan service in those. So that's also one thing that happens. Granted, they are pandering to the older males, I guess. And the equivalent for women is called josei, Josei. Josei manga is yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, so josei manga is like the more 18 plus type stuff for women. Think of it that way, yeah. The 18 plus
some of that
be lewd.
Some of that BL that Renee likes. What up? What
is that technically? Does that fall under whatever Hector said?
Yeah, like the boy love, like when
two
boys.
Wait! I didn't say it like that. What are you talking about? I dropped it.
Whoop whoop! Boy love.
It was weird. I'm all for it. real life, but like watching it was really weird.
It's just not for me. What?
You know what I didn't know was boy love, and then when we were watching it, that that one anime you gave us, the Korean or Chinese anime, where it's like the two boys that like can pass through time and shit.
Is it really boy love?
Yeah.
I guess. Oh, I actually like that one though. I didn't finish. Link click.
Link click, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it like hints at boy love. It's the ones where it's like
a lot of these shows do that, and Haikyuu does that.
My Dress Up Darling did.
Wait, what's
the
in
anime
Haikyuu?
characters.
With who?
Oh
yeah, they did. That was pretty funny. They're making fun of
Haikyuu is not boy love.
Yeah, it is, dude.
No,
that's
it's
just
not.
that's just weird people trying to, I don't know, fucking
the
piece together people.
Little shorty dude with the orange hair and the tall dude with the black hair. You know they be doing it. You know they be kissing.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Careful, Renee. This is where he's
Hey
trying
man,
to just
like
stoke the
they're
fire.
best friends. They're best friends, okay? I don't get any.
Once the little dude
feelings
spikes the
that's what's
ball, like
happening.
good job, best friend, and they kiss each other and lose like that. I bet you they do that.
I don't know which show you're watching, Rafa.
Yeah, he's looking it up on a whole different website.
Maybe I watched the wrong Haikyuu. I don't know.
Did you actually put the letter H in front of anime?
What? Oh, I get what you're saying. No. I was like, what? Like...
Yep.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, gotta go. Let's run it.
All right. Let me go ahead and... Where's my thing here? All right, ready? I'm gonna count you in it, right, Hector?
Okay.
Well, you're not gonna be able to hear the music though, so I don't know what to tell you, dog. But
we're gonna have to fix that because I don't know when to start.
Yeah, no, I'll let you know. And we're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show your screen next as I can hear it. I'm just looking at the stream go completely black. Why
is it black? Oh no, it's falling apart. No. I don't know why the screen went black. Is it up now?
Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay, good. I don't know why it didn't go. I don't know why it went black.
All right, guys, we're still piecing things together. All right, we're back. Welcome everybody. Production. We hired a new guy. All right, so he's just trying to get his bearings here.
I've never done production before, so this is all new to me.
So there you go. There we have that. So keep in mind if you see a black screen for like a few seconds, that's why. But welcome back, everybody, for episode 40 of the Bento Boxcast, guys. I'm so excited. We have big news this week. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm actually really excited because like a lot of the things that I love got announced this week, or just something to do with them, and so then a big thing dropped where a lot of people weren't aware in the manga universe, and anybody who saw it on Twitter or saw it on TikTok like I did was incredibly surprised. And we'll talk about that later. But this week, guys, like I said, we had a lot of anime stuff going on, and I just wanted to ask how everybody's anime week's been. So we'll start off with Rafa. Rafa, how was your anime week?
It's pretty decent. I've kind of been slacking a little bit on
Terrible
my anime, other than like the main stuff that we're watching. So I'm trying to get my footing back into it again. I don't know, just I don't know, man. This season is just, it's not hitting. I kept saying it beforehand, but it's kind of like the same. I still kind of feel the same way, other than like Dress Up Darling, Attack on Titan, and well, Demon Slayer is over with now. But like, you know, other than those two main shows, and maybe I'm falling behind on it, but like the one comedy when the two best friends are not trying to fall in love with each other. Like other than those shows, I'm like not that interested like I was last season with a lot of these shows. You know, I just don't feel. I'm not feeling it this season. You know,
it happens.
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with my anime this week. So we'll see how it goes.
Oof, I hate to hear that.
Hey.
But you know, well, hopefully next week is on the up and up. Renee, how about you? How was your week?
My week was good. I'm not really catching up with the stuff that came out for this season. I'm kind of slacking. But that's just because I've been like watching other anime. So like as you guys know, I've been kind of watching Haikyuu and I've been super obsessed and I don't want to watch anything else outside of that. But I also started like Tokyo Ghoul. Like I just had some downtime and these are shows that I've had on my list for a while and I was just like, why not? Because I didn't have like a long list for this season. Um so yeah, but mainly just Haiku for the most part. And then yeah, now that Demon Slayer's done, it's kind of like, oh, like I don't know, I have some more time to just watch more stuff. So yeah, hopefully next week I get all caught up with all the stuff that I said I was gonna watch. So, but so far so good. I can't complain. How about you,
Okay,
Hector?
okay. Ooh, man, I will say this week has been a lot. I've rewatched Classroom of the Elite. I rewatched
Mm,
there's a bunch of clips from like Haikyuu and stuff like that. It's just been a lot. Like there's been a lot going on, and I've just been rewatching a lot of shows. And I think I also really have been enjoying like just trying to catch up on stuff. I will say I like been slacking on Sabuki or Sabiki Bisco or
me
whatever.
too. Yeah,
Um, I kind of just haven't touched it up after episode like 4, 5, something like
yeah,
that. And Boruto got kind of boring as of late, so I kind of dropped that. One Piece is kind of getting to the point where it's like we're almost to like the big payoff for in a little bit, but it's still like 2 episodes away, 1 episode away at this point. How a Realist Hero has been kind of boring, but not boring at the same time. I don't know. It's just I kind of agree with Rafa. This season is kind of like it's like on a boat, right? So like at some point it's gonna like really heavy on one side where it's like, man, it's really bad this week. So it's kind of like tipping over. And then one week it's like, okay, it's pretty average. We're kind of leveled. And the other week it's like towards the front of the boat where it's like everything's really good. And it kind of just really sucks that Demon Slayer is gone because now like a big void on Sundays is gone. So like,
yeah. Attack on Titan though.
yeah, true. Although I have my mixed feelings about this past episode. I thought it was
I'm the
pretty
same.
mid. But yeah. So I mean, there's that, right? But before we kind of get into like the big anime news, we kind of said last week that we were gonna talk about some cool list that we had in mind. We set our top 5, or well, I think we kind of went up to like top 7, top 10 waifus and husbandos, each with according to who they are, right? So Rafa did waifus, I did waifus, and Renee did husbandos, and we thought it'd be cool to flip it this week. So these are our Bento Boxcast, each member's top well, we'll do 5 to 10.
5?
We'll do
Yeah.
5.
Okay,
Mhm.
top
5,
5.
and then like honorable mentions if we have any.
Yeah. So we'll do top 5 husbandos for me and Rafa, and then waifus for Renee. So, though I'll be honest, I want to hear Rafa's first take on what you got for us, Rafa, because I want to see where you're at. So we're gonna do Rafa, Renee, then me. So that's how we'll kind of do it. So Rafa, go ahead, take it away, brother.
So for me, first I have to give. First I'm gonna give my honorable mentions first out the way, and then I'll move into my top 5. My first honorable mention is I don't remember this guy's name.
Nice way to start.
Off to a great start. He's a Naruto. He was with this guy, the Demon of the Mist. Not him, but the other.
Sabuza.
Not Sabuza, the other guy. The guy that looked like a girl.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that
what? His name.
Sorry.
The guy that looked like a girl. Zabuza as a companion.
Yeah.
Blondie? Wait, who?
No,
the
I don't
black
know.
hair.
She had black hair. He had black hair and it was like really long. Haku. I found it.
Okay. That actually super rings a bell, yeah.
Yeah. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Okay.
How do you even...
I got a picture right here, so just give me a second. I will share it to... I don't want to give away my list, though. Give me a second. Let me just do a little bit of...
I can just look it up. I just how you spell the name. Oh, okay. Okay, fine. I won't look it up.
So you guys and people watching live could see it, what I'm talking about. Just in case they don't know what I'm talking about, check this out. Bam! Look at that. That's us right there. Wait, hold up. I'm showing the wrong screen. Dang it! Never mind. Just look it over. I'm showing the wrong screen.
Oh, okay. Well, how you spell it?
Haku, and like Naruto. I'm showing the wrong screen. I'm so bad at producing.
Oh my gosh, really?
That's why it's an honorable. Okay, first of all, it's an honorable mention, so it doesn't. Like,
That's such a random pick, though. It's so random.
Can I
It is pretty
explain?
random,
Can
I'll
I
give you
explain
that.
why though? Can I explain why? So
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
go for
I
it.
didn't.
So like the reason why that's my first of all, it's an honorable mention, right? It's not really my top five, but it's an honorable mention because when I first watched Naruto, when I first saw that, you know, I was like, that's a girl. And it's like, no, that's a guy. I'm like, no, that's a girl. You know, I couldn't accept that was a guy. And I was so confused. I'm like, dude, but if it's a dude, but he looks so pretty like a girl, I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening here. So I have to give him an honorable mention for that. I was my first time falling in love with a man without knowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why he's on honorable mention. Okay. My second honorable mention is
I'm a little scared, but okay.
I gotta get to the boy. He's the homie. You know what I'm saying? He is here whenever you need him. It's All Might, bro. You had to get to the homie. The Swole's homie around. You gotta get to All
I thought
Might.
it was gonna be in your actual list. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, me too.
No. You guys are not gonna expect. Like, there's at least 2 spots you're not gonna expect. All Might, he's a homie. He's and this is All Might when he's at full power, like when he's like swole, not skinny All Might. I don't like skinny All Might.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, neither
swole, you know.
Wow, rude.
Hero All Might, you know, remember that flex he did in that movie? In the first one, we went like that, and he flexed really hard.
Facts, yes, sir.
Like, that's when I fell in love with All Might. I'm like, this man can take me whenever he wants. You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo,
hey yo, indeed. So that's my honorable mention. So moving on to my number 5. It is Spike from Cowboy Bebop. He's cool. He's suave. You know what I'm saying?
Solid pick. Yes.
He is top notch. He is
okay.
He's daddy, right? He's daddy, right? So he's cool.
I see you, Rafa. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got show some love. You know. Number four is really just more just on the way he looks. Honestly, is Aaron, but like Aaron in a bun when he
with the bun.
Yeah.
The jacket. He was like
when he didn't have any shirt on, he just put on that one jacket in that one scene. Like,
iconic.
I can tell you are hung, Aaron. That's what I thought to myself.
Okay. Oh, so funny. But
yes. That is that's my number 4, and my number 3 is Roy Mustang from Fullmetal Alchemist. This man is a beast. He is badass. I don't know if you guys know who he is. This is an older.
I watched the first. Is this Brotherhood?
He's in both Brotherhood and
okay.
And like,
is he in the first 3 episodes? That's all I've seen.
I don't know if he shows up in the first.
What's his name again?
Roy Mustang.
He does not show up in the first 3.
This guy is badass, dude. Like,
you bad to the bone. I'll give you that,
dude. And especially when, like, the moment I was like, dude, this guy's such a fucking badass. Like, I love him. Is when he was fighting Lust, the homunculi.
He's like the leader, right? Oh, sorry. Go on.
He's not the leader. He's not like the leader of the military. He's just one of the higher ranks.
And the first 3 episodes.
Is he? Okay, I don't remember. But like, he's badass. Like, if you want to see a really cool fight scene, where he really shines is when he fights Lust. It's the embodiment of Lust. There's like this homunculus lady. And like it's such a badass scene. Like the way that he works, because like you know how Fullmetal Alchemist you need your circles for the alchemy, so the powers could work or whatever. So he has a glove with the alchemy, like the circle drawn in his glove. So all he has to do is like snap his fingers to create the friction for the fire to come out. And he was just like, because the little backstory, the homunculus killed his best friend. And he's like, I'm gonna get revenge, and like he finally had that time to get revenge, and he was just like snapping fingers, like just like lighting her on fire. I'm like, this guy is badass. He is also daddy. That's what I said to myself. So yeah, Roy Mustang, he's a beast. Number 2 is Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. The second I saw those eyes, I was enthralled. I could not even look away.
I mean, dude, I didn't even have to see his eyes. Him blindfolded too is like.
Well, to me, him blindfolded was just like, okay, it's just him the Kakashi or whatever. But the second he took off the blindfold, I was just like, take me away. You know,
oh God!
I was done.
Who's your number one?
And my number one. I don't think you guys gonna expect this one. But number one is Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. This man is beautiful.
Okay.
Did you just say who?
Excuse me. No.
Excuse me.
Howl's Moving Castle.
Yes, it's it's my favorite Ghibli film of all time. I love this.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I love this movie.
Oh, okay. I just forgot his name. Okay.
This man is beautiful. Okay, he's not handsome. He's beautiful.
He was beautiful.
Kind of a weird pick, but all right.
That is not a weird pick.
It's your number one.
This is my number.
That's what I'm saying. That it's a weird pick for a number one, but you know, it's your list. It's your list.
This is. See, guys, I grew up watching anime way before you guys. Okay, so a lot of my super heavy main picks are gonna be from when I was really into anime. You know, and how.
Wait, when did you start watching anime? Like what
Yeah.
year of school?
So sophomore year.
Oh, okay, so I started before you. I started freshman year, so
I was in sophomore year before you were in freshman year. I have more years.
I'm just saying we're talking about years wise.
I'm like, you guys seen a lot more, but I started animes. I mean, yeah, in like grammar school. Does that count?
Damn, all right. Time wise, Renee wins.
I guess.
Right?
I mean, but you guys don't watch.
Like,
you guys don't remember none of the old stuff you guys watch.
Yes, I do. What are you talking about?
Yes, you guys. All you guys do is shit on old anime all this time.
No,
I
don't.
I don't shit on old anime. I just think the animation is bad compared to what we watch now. Yes.
Wow.
Anyways, Howl's Moving Castle. First of all, it's a great film, and Howl could clap my cheeks whenever he wants. That is my list.
Well, all right.
Why do you
with
have to
that,
make it so weird? Like, my goodness.
With that, Renee, take it away. Where you?
Well, I kind of wanted to hear your list next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Why don't you take it away?
Right. Honorable mentions. I have Byakuya from Bleach. Byakuya? Well, no.
I don't know who that is. And I don't even want to attempt to spell it. I'm gonna put Bleach cast.
Byakuya Kuchiki. He is Rukia Kuchiki's brother, the one with the blossom.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
He has long black hair. He has like the cherry blossom bankai. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you know, I remember those days when Bleach was popping and all the females loved them, and all the males thought he was super cool. So there's that Byakuya. Byakuya. It's Byakuya. Kuchiki.
I see him.
Sorry, guys. By the way, Howl was voiced by Christian Bale, so that's another reason. So
that's pretty cool.
Wow, that's impressive. I didn't
know. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty interesting.
That's a young Christian Bale too.
So please stop shitting on my husband, though, please. Thank you.
I wasn't talking shit.
I definitely was. Another honorable mention is Hawks from My Hero Academia.
Not surprised there. Not surprised the Hawk showed up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an honorable mention. I have 4 honorable mentions. The third one is Grim Chow from Bleach. He is the one of the Espadas, the number 1 Espada. He's the blue-haired Espada that has like the dogs, the wolves.
Oh, he's
Grim Chow is Grimmjow. He's more there for like he just looks kind of cool and his fucking like Bankai form was dope. That's it. That's all. That's the only reason there.
Okay.
He's powerful and he's cool. That's it. And then the last one is, the last 2 are kind of wrong. Sukuna and Itachi. Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen, and then Itachi from Naruto.
Sukuna, wow.
Okay. Yeah. That one scene where he like hard flexes after he fully controls Itadori and fights Fushiguro. You know what I'm talking about? Where like he just rips off his shirt and then just I was like, nice. Fan service for the ladies. Okay, but moving on to my actual top 5 list. This one's gonna throw you guys for a spin. Benimaru Shinmon from Fire Force. Benimaru is the captain of Department 7. He's the guy with the 2 eyes, like that has the ability to use 2 different forms of pyrokinetics.
Wait, who?
He's the captain.
Benimaru. Yeah, the captain. Benimaru from Fire Force, the captain. The strongest Fire Force firefighter.
Benimaru is the guy with the blonde hair. Oh, yes, this guy. Yes.
Yeah, Benimaru.
Okay. Yeah, okay,
Top tier. At number 4, shout out Haikyuu, Toru Oikawa. He is the king to Tobio Kageyama's prince. If you know what I'm talking about, Renee.
I know you're talking about.
Wait, one more time. Say the name one more time.
So, Oikawa, which is the king.
That's his mentor. That was his mentor. Yeah.
Not his mentor,
right?
Like his upperclassman.
Like, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. But
okay.
yeah, that's him. I have him at number 4. I always thought Oikawa was cool. I fucking loved them. I just liked them in the anime a lot.
He
is, which is why I thought it was cool.
He's an asshole.
He is, but then later in the manga you'll see. There's a cool scene with him and Hinata. And then later on, okay, actually at number 3 we have Osamu Dazai from Bungo Stray Dogs.
Ooh, I haven't watched it. It's on my list. Wow.
Dazai from Bungo Stray Dogs.
I did not expect a Bungo.
I love Bungo Stray Dogs.
Stray Dogs.
Dazai is also fucking dope. I love Dazai.
Yeah. Okay, isn't he like one of the main characters? Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's like one of the main detective.
Okay. Yeah, this show's on my list.
It's really, really good, and I can't wait for the season 3. I think is what's to come. And then at number 2, we have a classic. All the people, even the males, raved over the reveal of his true face. Kakashi at number 2.
Woo!
God, what a handsome devil, and an iconic mentor to the goats of Naruto.
My number 2 too. Last
and
time.
Then, at number 1. The beautiful. It's honestly all in the eyes. Gojo Satoru. Oh my goodness.
Love the pick.
You just gotta love it. I mean,
love the pick.
The internet, the anime community literally broke Twitter because of Gojo when they first revealed his eyes. That says it all. That's the list. There you go. Those are my top 5. Benimaru, Oikawa, Dazai, Kakashi, and Gojo.
Those are good lists, guys.
Good stuff.
I'm surprised because I actually did most of these off of attractiveness. Most of these.
Nice. Hell yeah. Okay, Renee. Now is the main event.
Oh, I'm over here tentatively paying attention.
So we have we're doing honorable mentions too, right? Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Honorable mentions. So this was hard. I had Sailor Mercury from Sailor Moon.
Okay.
She was like the blue, like short blue hair girl. I don't know. She's like really sweet. She was my honorable mention, and then I have Hinata from Naruto as my honorable mention as well. She's just badass and she's beautiful. I'm telling you, it was really hard to kind of like rank them, but okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh shoot, hold on. I'm totally missing a 5th one. Oh no, okay. Wait, hold on. I only have top 4 right now, technically. Is that okay? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
So I have in the 4th spot, I have Mikasa from Attack on Titan.
Okay, love that. Mm-hmm.
Once again, she's just badass, and I also think she's beautiful. 3rd spot, I have Sasha from Attack on Titan as well. I think she's hilarious. Potato Girl, rest in peace. She was so cute. Yes, 2nd spot, I have Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop.
Solid picks. I'm loving the list.
And then I don't know if it's because I'm watching Haikyuu, but number 1, I'm giving it to Kyoko Shimizu, who was their manager.
The manager from Haikyuu?
From Haikyuu?
Yeah. Or like
Uzai? Or Uzi or Uzai, whatever the fuck his name is.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the blonde-haired manager, right?
No, my wife.
The other one.
Sorry, I was thinking guys.
No. Like the Kyoko.
Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. She's a track star. Yeah, she's a great pick.
I love that she gives everybody the cold shoulder and she's like she has hella attitude. I love that.
and she's like, yeah, she's cool, and like, yeah, like how everyone just like they just love her. Like she'll just like put her hair like behind her ear, and they just offer. I don't know. She's like cool, and then she like right now she's like mentoring like the new manager, the like
Hmm.
blonde little younger girl, and I don't know, like she's just super awesome. So she's my number one. But yeah,
Okay.
that's my list.
I
I
would
didn't have a
not have.
top five.
I would not have thought that'd be your number one. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
that surprised me a
I
lot.
That is definitely a big curveball.
Definitely.
what were you guys expecting?
I don't know, but that to be your number one is definitely not what I
I
was expecting.
Yeah.
I mean, she wouldn't have been my number one if I wasn't watching this show, but
I was expecting like
uh,
maybe what's her name from like Horimiya to show up.
mm-mm,
Oh, Hori.
Yeah.
no. The other people I had that I sorry guys, I totally thought I had
No, you're
five.
fine.
But I had a lot of them were from Naruto. I also had Tamari from Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Ino from Naruto. And then Saber from Fate Stay.
Saber, yeah.
Or
Saber from
yeah.
Fate Stay. That's a good one.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But those were like just like other names that I just thought, but they didn't make it to my top. But yeah, that's my list. It was a hot mess, but yeah.
Okay, I want to say hot mess. Hey, those are some curveballs that I was not expecting, and I'm all for it.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on go. All right, cool. Well, if you guys agree or disagree, think that we should add others to our list, please, please, please let us know. But with that being said, it's time to get into some big news. And we're gonna start off with one of the biggest ones, at least in my mind. And that is, oh god, Fire Force recently ended. Okay, so Fire Force recently ended the manga itself, and it kind of insinuated that they have ties with one of the most beloved anime series of all time, and that would be Soul Eater. Um, so spoilers, kind of for those who may or may not want to find this out, but there are alleged ties to this anime in which you see, I guess, Maki and her parents at the very end. And that's all I know of. But the big surprise to some people is that hey, there is this big tie to Soul Eater, and people have been raving for Soul Eater to get remastered or just get shown again. And here we are. We might actually finally get that chance, which is super crazy to think. But at the same time, it's like nope. Like at least I wasn't expecting it. I don't know if Rafa was expecting it
No,
to
not
have
at
like
all. Not
any
at
kind
all.
of tie to that. But yeah, like I was just super baffled. I just didn't know what to think. I mean, yeah, but once I told Rafa on stream, we were both on stream and talking about it. He was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like, they just fucking came out with that and kind of announced it." And I don't know, man. That shit was crazy to me.
No, it's huge news because I mean, Soul Eater came out what 2000. I want to say 9. I think that's when Soul Eater, the anime itself, actually premiered. I think.
Hmm.
I think it was 2009. I'm not 100% sure. But it's been for sure 2008. Look at that. I was off by a year. 2008. So that is how much is that? Like almost 2 decades, almost. Really kind of off a few years here, but at least a decade, right? Of since Soul Eater ended to like now, right? And of course,
Hmm.
there was Soul Eater Not, which is like a spin-off anime from a spin-off
Hmm.
manga, but that didn't really. It was like a side story. It didn't really have to do anything with the actual main story of Soul Eater, and like the Soul Eater anime itself went to do this own thing. It didn't really stay with the manga, that's like the biggest. I don't want to say sin, but like that's the biggest fault that the anime has, is that it didn't
Hmm.
stick to the manga. Because the manga is way better. It's way better. That's the only manga I actually like read like religiously, right?
Damn. Yeah.
And so it sucks. It sucked when I noticed it when I was watching the anime. Like, oh, dude,
Hmm.
they're not doing what the manga's doing. Hopefully they don't fuck it up, and then they fucked it up. So definitely, I'm one of those people who wants that reboot, wants that remake a Soul Eater, like I don't want to say like a Soul Eater Brotherhood, but you get what I'm saying, like a Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood type of revival. That'd be great. And it's really cool to see that Fire Force is somehow connected to Soul Eater because if you guys don't know this, the same guy who made Soul Eater made Fire Force, right? This is
I don't know. That's
stories.
really cool.
Yeah, that's how they're connected. The guy who wrote the manga for Soul Eater wrote Fire Force. That's why. Ooh. That's why the art style is so similar. Oh, I just punched my mic. Sorry. That's why the art style is so similar, and that's why it's pretty lewd at certain points. Because Soul Eater was kind of lewd at certain times.
Oh yeah, especially with the cat.
Right, with the cat girl, and well, the same thing with fucking what's her name, Tamaki.
Oh, dude, that just they won't right. That's crazy.
Yeah,
okay.
Right? So like that's like my only like big. My main complaint is like with Tamaki, but I don't want to get into that shit right now. But the way what I've heard, now this is just all speculation, is that like everything that happens in Fire Force happened a long time ago. It's like, and they're like reading like a history book or like a Bible type thing, in like Soul Eater time. That's what I've heard. So, which I guess like we were saying, Hector, like we're like, then you can just kind of do that with any stories and just kind of connect random shows with other shows.
Yeah.
Like, Dragon Ball Z was before Naruto. They blew up a whole world, and out of the remains of the world, Naruto shows up. Like it's like I guess like,
yeah,
the connecting of dots to make this make sense to me, at least for me. I'm not going to speak for everybody else, but for me, it's a bit of a reach. But we shall see. If it does continue, if it could just leave it like this, like kind of say, hey, fuck you guys, I'm done, I'm out of here. Figure it out if you guys want. I'm done with Fire Force. I'm going to move on to the next thing I'm going to work on. But if they do continue to kind of look into this more, I need an explanation because it can't just be left like this for me.
Yeah, there's kind of like rumors floating around and discussions saying like, hey, this might be the creator's way of like redacting certain stuff that happened in Soul Eater, and then him wanting to rewrite that story and like bounce off straight from Fire Force and like kind of rewrite all of Soul Eater.
That would be interesting because, like, again, Soul Eater is cool. Soul Eater has some really badass ideas. I mean, when my friend was telling me back in the day in high school, and he was like, "Hey, dude, this is manga that they're gonna make into an anime called Soul Eater, and it's about these people who transform into weapons, and other people could use them as weapons." And I was like, what? Like, I couldn't, like, comprehend what the fuck he was telling me. I'm like, that sounds dumb. People transform into weapons? Like, why don't they just use regular weapons? Like, it didn't make sense to me, But then, like, I actually watched it. I was like, yo, this is such a badass anime. Like, it's just an anime that I've always stuck to. I mean, Maka Albarn, the main character of Soul Eater, is one which was in my top 5 waifus. So, like, I have a really deep connection to Soul Eater.
Okay. But I mean, yeah, like that shit came up and I was just super surprised. I had no idea. And then that caught me by surprise and I just had to bring it up to you when we were streaming. But another thing that caught so many people by surprise, it honestly caught a lot of people with their pants down, which is crazy because nobody expected it. Classroom of the Elite 2, or Classroom of the Elite Season 2 has finally been announced and it will be coming out, and it is super like crazy. I'm seeing a bunch of memes of like, nobody thought this was ever gonna get a second season. Everybody thought this was dead in the water. The first season, like it was an absolute banger. Everybody loved it, and they're like, oh, they're just gonna do that thing where they leave it for many years, or they just don't touch it at all. And then there's like the meme where it's like All Might, where like the final fight against All for One, and how he turns around and looks at the camera and then he's like, you're next. It's like a picture of Classroom of the Elite, and then the person he's pointing to, Deku, has the Game of Live of Game or whatever, what I'm talking about? The fucking anime. Oh, dude, what is that shit called?
No Game No Life?
No Game No Life. There you go. Yeah, it's like a picture of No Game No Life on Deku's face. He's like, and you're next. And I was just like,
shit. That's not gonna
hilarious.
Happen, bro.
It's never gonna happen. But I was like, that is hilarious. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, season 2 was announced on the YouTube channel on March 6th. Wait, a project will be held at Kadokawa's YouTube channel on March 6th, and you can see the new visual for the anime. So more than likely on March 6th, we're going to be getting a trailer for the new up-and-coming season, and probably an announcement for when it will be releasing. but they officially confirmed that we will be getting a season 2 of Classroom of the Elite. And I'm just happy, and that's honestly the big. What's funny is I started watching Classroom of the Elite again because of some clips I saw, and then I completely binged it after seeing this news that it was getting released. I think they literally came out like today, and so I like finished like the last 4 or 5 episodes while I was working as background noise. But I mean, yeah, like I'm all for it. I'm very happy for it. I kind of hope they do less of like fan service and give us more of the world expanding like story building, because they didn't really do that much in the episode 1 or season 1. They kind of just teased at it. And so I just want more. I want to get more in depth on that show, but we'll see. I mean, I'm super excited. I think Renee kind of like got. I gave it to you as like a anime swap, right?
Yeah. I like the
So,
first
like,
3 episodes. I thought it
Okay,
was good.
okay.
I don't know when I'll get back to like finishing it, but I mean, I actually enjoyed it. So
And then I don't think Rafa, you've ever like touched it before, right, or watched it.
I watched a little bit of it, and I ended up getting bored, and I loved it.
Fair. It's definitely one of those like where not everybody's gonna like it. It's specific to like the certain people who like that kind of genre, or just like that kind of anime. But I liked it. If you are a big fan of it, let us know, and let us know if you're excited for it as well. But that's it for all the stuff I have. But Renee has more. So Renee, what you got for us?
So yeah, this is so like I've been seeing a lot of people talking about Tokyo Ghoul, and I've heard of I knew of the show, but I never had a chance to actually like watch it. And then like these past couple weeks I like started watching it. And then as I was watching it, I don't know why, but like I just started seeing like articles and stuff like on Facebook and social media. And I guess a lot of people, a lot of Tokyo Ghoul fans are asking for an anime reboot, and they want it specifically from Mappa and Ufotable. I don't know how you pronounce that. I think they did. Is that Demon Slayer? I think they did. Yeah, the amazing animation of Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan has recently won the hearts of many. And then I think after seeing all the shows that we're getting now, like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan, like people are seeing like the quality of anime nowadays. And now I feel like a lot of people are now like want to see their favorite animes from the past. Like they just want to see them again. And I thought like it was from a visual standpoint. But I know, Hector, you were saying like Tokyo Ghoul, for instance, like the show didn't really follow the manga. And I thought, and I think that's why, besides just the visuals or whatever, I think that's another thing why people just want to see like studios like Mappa or Ufotable take those projects and do some sort of reboot.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I didn't follow the manga for Tokyo Ghoul. I'm probably like 8-9 episodes in, and I think the show looks great for being as old as it is. And I think the story at where I'm at right now is really, really good. It's a very dark show, and I'm all for it. But yeah, I guess a lot of fans aren't. I guess they weren't happy with it, and yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, if we're going to get a reboot or not. But I mean, there's hype around it. There's an audience, you know. But yeah, so
I mean, Tokyo Ghoul has a big fan base, and I remember when it was at its peak, and we would go to C2E2, and you can at least find a good handful of people that always had the mask that the main guy wears, like, with the zipper.
Kaneki's mask and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere when you go to conventions too. Like you'll see it. Yeah, you'll always see that mask somewhere.
Yeah, so and like I didn't read the manga itself, but like I heard the same things about it, that the anime didn't do it justice what the manga actually offers. I watched Tokyo Ghoul up to a certain point, and I was just like, yeah, I think I'm good here. I was in certain things I was really vibing with. I was just like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. I wasn't really with it. But if they do, do a remake, especially if Mappa and Ufotable or whatever the name of the other studios.
I think it's Ufotable.
Ufotable.
Oh, I totally butchered that.
I think. Right. I honestly have no idea. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, we know they make their animation is really top tier. So I mean, if they're behind it, I'll definitely will give it another chance. Now, again, like Renee said, this is just hearsay. This is just people that are trying to hype it up. But you know, Stranger Things has happened, right? Like Classman really is getting another season. Devil's a part timer is getting a season 2, and that anime is at least 10 years old. So
True.
like crazier things has happened in the anime world. So who knows? Maybe we'll get another Tokyo Ghoul, and who knows? We might get another Soul Eater. I don't know. We'll hope for. All we do is hope at the end of the day.
Is Soul Eater worth watching? I've never seen it.
I would say give it a try.
I would say yes.
Okay.
I would say yes, but
have you watched it at all? Have you watched any of it?
Me or Hector? I haven't seen it.
I know Hector's seen it. I thought Hector about it.
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
Is it? Okay.
That's a good watch. I highly recommend.
I really like it. It's a lot of fun. It's just the manga's better, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the ending of that show. But it's still one of my favorites of all time. Like I'm telling, Soul Eater really had a big impact on me. I really love Soul Eater, so I would recommend it too. Renee?
I wonder if it's streaming.
I'm pretty sure it's on Funimation.
Okay, I'll put this on my list.
Heads up, I definitely do recommend it. It's really cool. I really enjoyed it a lot, and I'm very, very excited for it. If it does get a remake. And I kind of hope it does get a remake, because at least one that's closer to, like, you know, what's it called? I don't know, the actual manga, right? So we'll see.
Yeah.
The art style, like, I just pulled up a poster of like Soul Eater. It looks very similar to like Fire Force. Like the characters look not identical, but
it's at the same style,
vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's the same guy. The same guy who he made both shows.
That's awesome.
But yeah. What else you got, Renee? What other big news?
Oh shoot, I have more news? Oh, I don't know. What do I have?
I mean, I can take it from here.
Wait. Oh, this is me. Oh, sorry guys.
No, you're fine.
I thought Hector was gonna cover this because I know Hector's a big fan too. Okay, here we go. Okay, so other big news. It's the Haikyuu news, right? Is that what you want me to talk about? Okay.
Yeah.
the Haikyuu manga is getting a new one shot featuring Hinata and friends in 2022, and I think that was the big announcement this past weekend. Hector, actually, I don't read the manga, and I know you were more excited. I was hoping they were gonna announce like a new season of Haikyuu, but instead this was the news. But you were telling me that it's pretty big.
Yeah, so like it's not really much of a spoiler because I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens, but there's a time skip and a pretty big one. So we see like a future version of a lot of our favorite, you know, characters from Karasuno and others that, you know, have been to other schools. And it kind of left at a weird kind of like ending where it's like you see the potential of every character, and like they kind of hint at something else coming, and then it's like, yeah, man, like this is coming up, and these characters are kind of might be involved in it, but then it just hard stops, and it's like everybody's excited because you get to see like a lot of these characters be like more well-rounded and an overall like absolute star in like every role that they can possibly be, or like, you know, just be at their prime for every single thing they can be. But seeing a continuation of the story and maybe seeing what we've been wanting to see for like the longest time, like it's super dope. Haikyuu ended, I want to say, like 2-3 years ago, so it's been a big void, and just to have anything like this kind of happening is pretty big, considering like a lot of like mangas, and Rafa can attest to this too, like once they're done. You won't ever get another one shot. So something like this is pretty big, and I'm really excited for it. Only because like if this gets received really well, you never know, it's possible, but it can get picked up for like future like more iterations of the manga, and it's like, holy shit, we get to see them do XYZ that they kind of hinted at the end of the manga, and then now we get to see them actually transition into it. Because the cool part about one shots, it's happened in the past before, where it's like they'll say, it's a one shot is coming, and then it's in reality like hinting at, by the way, we're continuing the series. This is the beginning. Like, this is what you have to look forward to. This is the stepping stone. So I'm hoping that's what this is, and that's why I'm really excited for it. And even if it's not, and it's a nice little closure to the show, I'd be happy about it.
Yeah, it says, yeah, the new one-shot manga chapter is part of the Haikyuu Manga's 10th anniversary, and there are several other projects happening. One of them is the release of a full-color version of the manga. There's a production of line stamps drawn by Haruchi Furutate. I can't pronounce that. A collaboration with the V-League and a radio drama. So, oh, and they also revealed a new visual featuring Okawa's Toru. Well, you can see, and then you can see it on Twitter. So I mean, we got an announcement on this, but there also seems to be other projects, and like you said, Hector, maybe that like kind of means something else will happen down the line. But yeah, that's pretty exciting. That's pretty cool. So
I'm excited for it. I can't wait. I really hope it's what I think it is, but we'll see. And then, I mean, from here we go on, and we have the big sad news. AOT is being delayed this upcoming weekend. But there are rumors kind of floating around the internet, around the Twitterverse, saying stuff like, we're gonna get an AOT movie to catch us up on what we missed this week, or things like that. It kind of seems a little too planned, is what people are saying, for AOT to be delayed this upcoming weekend. And like I said, a lot of people are claiming for it to be a movie, and I mean, well, I'm super excited to see if it is. Well, I don't really know what's going on, but this let's see, did I click the wrong link? I did.
It happens.
So yeah, so the potential Attack on Titan season 4 finale has been delayed, and fans think it's because the movie will bring the hit anime to a close instead. As posted on the official Attack on Titan Japanese website, episode 87 has been delayed a week from March 27th to April 3rd due to a special program. So I wasn't aware that this upcoming episode was going to be the last one. I did not think it was going to be the last one. I thought we maybe had one or two more. But knowing that it is set to be the last episode, it honestly makes so much sense that there is a movie coming out, and I think this is probably one of the best ways any anime can really close out, like, you know, just like the ending of an official show, and I think that's super cool. I'm really excited for it, honestly, and I mean, what do you guys think about it? I know I've said I'm excited like multiple times, but yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to expect. I mean, I'm also gonna be excited. I mean, if it is an actual movie, that's gonna be awesome. I'm just I can't wait. There's not enough details. I don't know what to expect, but like you said, I think that's a cool way to kind of go about, here's the final season, and like, hey guys, we're gonna wrap it up with this awesome movie. So I'm just hoping that it's awesome. Like, I really don't know how they're gonna do it. So, but pretty cool stuff.
No, definitely. I mean, it's, again, this is more speculation, right? It's just the fans kind of getting crazy with it, you know, saying, "Oh,
they're always crazy."
Yeah, like, oh, they're gonna make a movie out of it. Maybe it could just be like, maybe they just have to move stuff around for something else. You know, we shouldn't really start. I don't know. I just feel like we shouldn't get too.
We have
hyped.
to see. We have to wait and see.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So, so pretty much, so the way, so it's everything's getting pushed back a week, pretty much, or like how's that?
It looks like it's getting pushed back until April, because it says delayed from March 27th to April 3rd.
That's like a week.
Yeah, like a week.
Oh, okay. I thought this upcoming Sunday was going to be delayed.
No,
I guess the final episode.
No. I think it's like the last episode of the season is being delayed.
Yeah, because right now we're on episode 82, right? And it says episode 87 has been delayed a week from March 27th to April 3rd.
Okay. Yeah. So then, if that's the case, then that's not too bad.
5 more episodes. Right.
So like I don't see like, oh, we're gonna get a whole movie out of this or something like that. It's most likely just something like scheduling situation, or maybe they have like they do it here all the time where they move things around. Like I remember, I'll be, when I was a kid, I was like, oh man, time to watch The Simpsons, or trying to watch whatever cartoon I want to watch, and like, oh, it's being delayed because there's a baseball game going on, or there's a basketball game going on or something like that, right? So like, I just feel like it's just a scheduling thing, you know. Like maybe they just have to make room for another TV show that they already or like a big event TV show they have going on. I honestly don't really think it's going to be a whole movie or anything like that. That's what
we don't know. We don't know.
I would really hope for a whole movie. I think it'd probably be a great way to wrap it up. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'm super. Like I said, I'm.
Unless you go down the route where it's kind of like with Demon Slayer, like, hey, it's not like a full movie, but it's a special longer version of an episode, and maybe that's
so they're gonna say 45 minutes. It better be 45 minutes, not 33.
Hey, you know, maybe I can find that more believable. They're like, hey, we're gonna delay it a week just so we can have this like a little bit longer episode ready for you guys. I could see that more.
What
than
if it's like an hour episode?
I'll take an hour.
I'll take an hour.
Sure.
Because I mean, we normally get 24 minutes for one episode, so I'll take an hour. That's a whole 40 minutes extra that I'm getting.
This is true. I mean, yeah. I guess we just have to wait and see how these next like 4 or 5 episodes go, because I know like people are hoping for the movie because they're saying like the manga readers are saying like there's still a lot that's kind of like happening in the manga, and like you said it too, Hector, like they have to stick it with the ending. Like, I mean, if they follow it all the way through or whatever, then no problem. But if there's 4 or 5 episodes and like there's still a lot going on, yeah, I better get a movie. Don't leave me hanging. So
very factual, very, very factual. But with that said, I mean, we kind of move on to discussing more about this week. I mean, because like you said, we want more out of Attack on Titan. We love Attack on Titan. And I mean, right now it's pretty hot fire, and this is why I say that. We're just gonna start off with the top 10 list. We're not gonna look anywhere past that. Starting at number 10 for this week's, or rather week 6, the top 10 anime of the winter 2022 season from the dates of February 11th to February 18th for these results. Starting at number 10, we have Akebi's Sailor Uniform went up from 15 all the way back up to number 10 in the rankings. This show needs to just go away.
I mean, something happened. I mean,
something did happen. I'm interested to see what happened. Why did
I want to know what
happened? It went up 5 whole spots.
Yeah.
That's a big jump.
That is the biggest jump on the list.
I legit stopped watching the show, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? What did I miss?
Okay, Rafa, finish it and let us know. Like, catch up.
This is episode 6, so I don't know where you left off at, but episode 6 apparently popped off.
3, I think I stopped watching.
Oh, damn. You gotta watch 3 whole episodes.
Yeah.
Halfway there.
Right.
Well, there. Rafa, Marfa's going to watch it and then come back to us and let us know if it was worth 5 spots. That's your homework for this episode.
I'll definitely let you guys know.
Let us know.
At number 9, we have the Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. I'm actually really like this. It's probably one of my like top 3 animes of this season. Kind of sad it dropped down from 7 to 9, but as long as it's the top 10, we'll take it. I feel like a lot of the anime this season that are actually really good are not getting the props it deserves. But we'll get to it when we get to number 5. At number 8, we have Teasing Master Takagi-san 3 went up 1 rank from 9 to 8. Haven't even watched it. Gives me Nagatoro vibes. I think we've talked about this already. I guess people like getting. Yeah.
It's not as bad as Nagatoro. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But
people just like getting bullied, I guess. Whatever. They have a fetish or something like that. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
At number 7, we have Ranking of Kings going up 1 spot from 8 to 7. I guess shout out Boji. Sadly, the best boy of last year. You hate to see it.
He's holding it down, dude. He's holding it down, you know.
He looks a little messed up in that
yeah, he looks like he got rocked. But you know, hey, I guess shout out you, buddy. At number 6, we have a same ranking, hasn't changed from last week. Sabuki Bisco. We said it at the top of the show. We haven't been keeping up with this one. So oops. But good to know it's still top 10 material. Yeah, 100%. And here we go. This is where my disappointment begins. At number 5, we have My Dress Up Darling dropping down 1 rank from 4 to 5. Why it's not in top 3, I don't understand. This literally panders to I don't even know if pander is the right word, but like you have the fan service for anybody who cares. It's a great romance anime. It's, I would say, on par with Horimiya. It's giving me Horimiya vibes. And like Kitagawa-san is trending every Saturday. Like, why is this not? I honestly think Anime Corner fans, I'm sorry, but y'all gotta be blind or just not be watching this show. Like, there's no way this is top 5 material. There's no way. I just don't understand how you guys are not watching this show. It's so good, and even Rafa has stated on record on stream that it is the number 2 show this season currently in his rankings.
It definitely is.
Beating out Demon Slayer.
This show is man, it's so good. And like this week, I know we're gonna talk about Attack on Titan and Dress Up Darling right now. Spoilers, best anime this week is Dress Up Darling. Hands down.
Without a doubt. Renee's like, I don't know about that one.
I don't know.
It's so
talk about
good.
It. I know. It is. It's good. I know.
At number 4, we have one that Rafa has, I guess, not been keeping up with like the past 2 weeks, right? But he likes this show.
I'm
Life
still
with an Ordinary Guy. He's still repping it. Life with an Ordinary Guy who reincarnated into a total fantasy knockout, went up 1 rank from 5 to 4, being over My Dress Up Darling. Did you actually watch this episode, Rafa? I think it's 6, right?
No, I'm
Okay.
still not fully caught up on the show yet.
Okay.
But what I have seen, this show is still hitting out of the park. It's still really funny. So like it's, I don't know. I don't know why is it above Dress Up Darling, but again, we are really not agreeing with this list for the most part.
Nope.
But I know it's a good show. It's a good comedy show. Like it's something that's really, really funny. I kind of get Konosuba vibes from it.
That's big.
Without the fan service stuff that Konosuba has here and there.
Konosuba fan service is absolutely hilarious. It's some of the best, like the best
it's
work.
Really, yeah,
because
really
like you think you're getting fan service and then just flip it on your head.
Yeah.
Like the Manticore. No, what was it? From the movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah. When
I forgot the creature's name. So essentially, Renee, to kind of break it down for you, the main character Kazuya thinks that he's getting like held and fondled by a woman with big breasts, and he's like in between her breasts or whatever. And then you find out that she's one of those monsters that's like bits and pieces of a bunch of different things. And he's like, Kazuya's like, I feel like something's poking my back. What is that? And she's like, oh, did you think I was all woman? And then he's like, it's fucking hilarious. And then he tries to run away from her, but she just like squeezes him tighter. It is absolutely incredible. That Konosuba was the best, dude.
Konosuba is the best.
Konosuba was absolutely
my favorite. It is my favorite isekai.
It's a really good isekai to be your favorite. And continuing on, as for my disappointment of this season, the season finale of Demon Slayer drops down from rank 2 to rank 3. I did say it was a pretty mid-season finale, but even then, you would think that more people would vote for it at that point. But like I said, it was a pretty mid. It was a pretty mid season finale.
It was alright. It was alright.
Great show, but I don't know. I don't know what I expected, to be honest, at the end, but it was just like, okay, like, cool.
Yeah, right? Like,
nice.
I guess
everybody lives.
Oh, I guess I'm done now.
Exactly.
It's over.
It felt like a very abrupt ending. I was like, damn, all right, well. And I guess that's why they had to they announced the next season. Hey, season 3's coming. Don't worry about it. It's just like, all right, whatever. Okay. You already hurt me with this last season. At number 2, we have one going up from number 3 to number 2, the case study of Vanitas Part 2. I have officially, I'm going to say it now on stream for the Bento recording. I'm going to start watching the case study of Vanitas from season 1 today. After we're done streaming and after we're done, recording and all that, I'm going to watch the Vanitas. I'm going to try to get caught up because there's no way the show's this good. There's no way.
I haven't seen the latest episode, so
well, at this point, it's latest 2, I think, because this is week 6 and we're on episode 7.
Yeah, I'm like behind. I'm like a couple episodes behind, anyways. Once again, just been watching Haikyuu. Like, this whole list doesn't matter to me right now. But it's still a really good show. I don't know about it being like beating Demon Slayer and stuff, and I really do like Dress Up Darling, but it's good, but I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what's happened in the past 2 episodes. Maybe something really, like, crazy went down, because that a lot I told you guys, like, a lot is unfolding at this very moment. I think that's why a lot of people are into it, because we're finally getting, like, a like, everything's kind of unfolding, so, yeah. Hopefully let me know what you think.
I will. I'll definitely, check everybody up on it again next time we record. And then at number 1, no surprise, Attack on Titan final season part 2. Last week's episode was fire. The most recent one that we just watched, we'll talk about it. But it's not surprised. It's been at the same rank for, I think I saw for multiple lists, 5 to 4 weeks in a row. So,
It's the final season. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the final season. Yeah, as it should be. It should be the number 1. Sucks that Demon Slayer had to be at the same time, but oh well.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that is our top 10 anime of the week. None of us really seem pleased with it. So do with that what you will. If you agree with that list, if you agree with where My Dress Up Darling is, then you just have a problem. But everything else, do as you wish. Whatever. But moving on. Speaking of My Dress Up Darling, episode 6. These are your reactions, your full-on spoilers. So you've been warned. We'll catch you guys later on Anime Swap. But hey, it'd be like that. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Rafa, give us a quick breakdown of what happened episode 6 of Dress Up Darling.
So in episode 6 of Dress Up Darling, they're pretty much continuing on where what's your name? Jojo, right? What's your name? No, wait, I'm skipping ahead. So
Juju, by the way.
Juju. What's the name of the main guy?
Gojo.
So Gojo is like, all right, so I need to get the material so I can like learn what to make for your outfit, whatever. And then Juju's like, oh well, it's an anime and it's really long. There's like over 100 episodes, and he's like, oh man, so many episodes. How am I gonna watch it? And then her name is like Maureen or whatever.
Kitagawa-san.
She's like, hey, don't worry, I got the DVDs. I'll let you borrow them. And he's like, and Gojo's like, thanks, bro. And then like they high five. They did a high five. I added that. So then Gojo, he goes home and he's like, hey, Gramps, hey, Grandpa, I'm gonna go get these DVDs from Kitikara. What's your name?
You can say
Mari, right? Mari, and so he goes over there, and she's like, "Hey, you're already here. They're pretty heavy. You might as well just, let's just watch it together, right? Pretty much, you and me just kind of hang out, watch some anime together." And I was like, "Okay, Mari, I see you, girls, shutting it up. Let's go, And she's walking around without a bra on, and she's like, "Yeah, who cares?" She didn't even give a fuck. She doesn't have a bra on. It was pretty funny. I really like the whole joke with her contacts. Her boobs are all hanging out. She's like, oh shit, you see me without my contacts. I'm like, I didn't even notice that you contacts.
I noticed it big time. I'm like, her eyes aren't really pink. Like,
I didn't notice it either. When she said contacts, I had to rewind.
I did the same thing. I was like, what? She's wearing contacts. I'm like, oh shit, okay. I didn't notice.
I noticed it.
Yeah, I was staring at something else.
I was just like, wow, her boobs are out. That's what I was. But yeah, so they start watching the anime, the Magical Girl anime or whatever, and like he's like watching or whatever, and then the whole joke of like how Mari doesn't know how to cook comes up, and it's funny stuff, right? And then Mari starts thinking like, oh, is this like a hangout date type of thing, and she starts getting all cheesy with it, which is the best. I love it when she gets all cheesy. She gets like, oh, we're hanging out, whatever, and it's just some really good stuff, right? And then Gojo sends like his like sketch work or whatever to Juju's like, hey, this is what I'm working on, and pretty much they talk about the studio and how that's gonna work out for them, and then they talk about like cameras and like the lighting and stuff like that, and then Juju's like, hey, yeah, my camera guy is it's actually my little sister. I'll introduce you guys so you can get some pointers of her. so you can start, so you guys can get used to doing your own camera work, right? And then it cuts to them like at a restaurant. And right before that, the Mighty and Gojo's like, "Oh, dude, it's just gonna be a smaller version of Juju. It's not gonna be funny. Look how cute she's gonna be because she's just gonna be a tinier version of her." Setting up the joke of, once you actually meet the little sister, she's actually freaking huge. Like, she's at least, I don't say 6 feet tall because that doesn't make sense, but like, she's at least the height of.
She said 190 centimeters, I think.
190. How tall is that?
That's what I'm doing right now. That is 6 foot.
Oh, I guessed it. Oh shit! I just pulled that number out of my ass. There you go.
Yeah.
So she's a middle schooler, and she's 6 feet tall. And Gojo was thinking about her boobs.
He's like, dude, it was the funniest thing. He's like, I wonder how big. And then Martin's like, how big are you? And then he's like, you can't ask that.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm 170 meters or 178 centimeters tall. And then he's like, oh, that's what she meant. That's what I fucking cracked up so hard when I saw that.
Such a great way to end the show. Like, really good joke. And like, funny enough, like we saw Juju and the little sister. We always see them in the opening song, in opening credits. But now we know who they actually are. So it's pretty cool to see. So that was the episode.
I would not have guessed that would have been the little sister though. Would not have guessed that at all.
Yeah, I just found it funny. It's just that that wacky humor, like, oh, the little one's the older sister, type shit, and like the one who's actually taller and bigger, she's like super shy and shit, and she's the younger sister. And I don't know, just the whole reversing the roles type thing is pretty funny. I like a
pretty good trope.
Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty good. I really like what's happening. I love the more hinting they're doing, and I also love how like Marty's just like, she's just cool, and she's like, yeah, like I like this dude, like I love him, whatever. And she's just all about it, She's not, she's not, expressing her love to Gojo yet, and like, or like that they haven't really acknowledged their feelings with each other yet. But at least she's like, yeah, I like him, and she gets, and when you think about like someone that you like, you get cheesy, and you're like, oh shit, wouldn't it be cool we're doing that? Like the things that she's doing, people do in real life, and I really appreciate shit like that. Like instead of just like doing the average fucking romantic comedy shit, where like they either don't acknowledge it, or they deny it, or they're just so shy they don't react to it. Just a bunch of bullshit that happens is like. Good stuff. Like, I'm really enjoying this show a lot. I can't wait to see where it goes.
What about you, Renee? What'd you think?
It's cute. I like. Don't get me wrong. I am enjoying the show. I just don't know if I'm enjoying it like as much as you guys are. But I like. It's still something I look forward to watching. Like, it's a very cute show. I can't if there's nothing wrong with it. And I would just say, like, talk about one of my favorite moments of that episode is like when like she like takes pride in her cooking, and I think it's so funny because like it's not like she cooks like these like gourmet meals, and like she's obviously hungry, and like Gojo offered to like cook for them, but she's like, no, like I got it. And like I think that whole sequence was like just so fun, and she she ends up making, I don't know what it was, but he ended up really, really liking it. Like he was like so into it, and it's like, oh, it's like tastes different than all the traditional Japanese stuff that I'm eating. And like it just made her feel good, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Like this show has so many good moments. It's a lot of fun to watch, and yeah, the whole fact that she's like like she how she feels about him, and like I feel like Gojo now is like able to kind of like collect himself a little bit more, because he has his moments where he's like, oh shit, he's panicking, but like him spending time with her in her room, like he was pretty like chill. And I was actually surprised. I was like, oh, like he's totally into this show. And then you have Marin like just totally freaking out the whole time. So I think it's cool that they swapped almost. Now she's the one that can't control herself. He's like the more collective one, and he's not like he's not getting the hints. I don't know. I liked it. This episode was really, really cool. So very cute.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. Go ahead, Rafa.
I was just gonna say, yeah, like pretty much like he was freaking out at the beginning, right? You guys remember that? He's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna be in her room, whatever." And then he walks in and he sees how such a weeb she is. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, this is definitely your room." And he kind of like kind of grounded him again. You know, it was such a good stuff. You know, and I think my favorite joke out of everything was when she served the omelet rice, because it's like an omelet and they put
There
rice
you
in it or
go.
whatever.
Yeah.
And she, when she was like making it, she was like managed. She was like, I'm gonna write "I love you" or a heart, being all cheesy with it. And she wrote "sorry" on it. I just
Sorry.
found that so funny. I'm like, this is so good. Such a good fucking joke.
The comedy they put in this anime is like really good, and I don't expect
Yeah.
it to be
Yeah,
very
the
comedic.
comedy's
Oh, at least at
yeah.
first I didn't expect it, and then now it's like I look forward to it all the time because it's actually genuinely funny. Like it actually makes me
Yeah.
laugh
It's funny.
out loud, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like I like this a lot.
And then
I mean, yeah.
and the jokes they work with the story. They're not just doing like slapstick humor of like, or they're like, "Oh, I walked into you in the bathroom again" type shit. It's like it's actual humor revolving around the characters and revolving around the relationship, which is like chef's kiss shit like
Top notch. You love to see it,
yeah.
but speaking of the idea of loving to see something, let's move on to Attack on Titan, which, from the sounds of it, the three of us thought it was pretty mid.
Yeah.
It was a pretty meh, okay episode. I don't want to speak for all of us. Rafa did just agree, but Renee, how did you feel about the episode?
This was, every single week, like there was something like big happening. I felt like this episode was definitely a more of a like how you get like a setup
Mhm.
episode. There was nothing like really like wow, like there was like I don't know, do you want me to we're talking about it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like with I guess the big thing was kind of finding out about Annie and how she's alive. And you kind of like find out about her background, like her relationship with her dad and stuff like that. Like you can see a complete like her character change completely because like we always knew Annie as this like she was super tough and mean and like didn't give a crap about anyone. And then you kind of like she's talking to Hitch about like her story about how she has to get back to her dad who wasn't really her was like her adopted dad, and how she's like finally admitting like we were wrong, like like now I know that there's people that you just care about and you just want to run back home to. um and I think that was like for me like that was like the only thing that I was like, oh wow, like you know um
Mhm.
and yeah, it was okay. Like the whole like you have Connie now, riding with Falco to like take him to where Connie's mom was because she's currently a Titan. And how he's like this was actually that this moment was actually pretty sad where like um Falco like Connie's making Falco believe that he's actually like taking him to a hospital and like and Falco's like, oh, like you're such a nice guy. And I don't know if Falco knows of Connie, like if I don't know if I'm not sure, but it's just I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I don't want anything to happen to Connie, but we also know that Armin is now gonna go after him. Um, you're kind of just all the characters right now, like all the scouts, Mikasa, everyone, we just don't they don't know what to do. Like, what do you do now? You already have all the all the colossal titans. You can't stop them. So everyone's kind of like, well, holy shit, like this is happening. Like what can we do? We can't do anything. The town people are finally realizing that, you know, they they're they finally realize that Aaron is a villain. They're like, dude, like he killed so many people in the walls. My home's destroyed. My family's gone. Everyone's turning their backs. And then you still have like Jaegerists.
Yeah.
Um, and like I hate that Floke is still around. Like
Yeah, I
I
hate
hate
him.
him as a character. Um, but yeah, it's just kind of that weird like everyone's just standing by like no one really knows what to do. Aaron's kind of I don't know, is he still doing his thing? Is he still transforming? I haven't even seen him at this point.
Mhm.
But this episode was okay. Like it wasn't it wasn't my favorite. I think Attack on Titan finally hit that like like it was on a winning streak, and then it kind of just like poof, like
Oh, it kind
I
of
don't
just
know.
plateaued. It's like, all
Yeah.
right, well,
Mhm.
but I mean, yeah. So they kind of like bring up the other stuff that kind of happened. We, like you said, we saw Connie with Falco, kind of claiming that he has amnesia, trying to save him, going south for whatever reason. So that's where he's heading with Falco. We have Armin and Gabby kind of going. They kind of have like that intimate moment with the family, saying like, "Hey, you know, I know you're an Eldian or whatever it is, or you're not from Parody, so and you wanted to kill us, but you've changed your ways. We hope the best for you. We hope Falco's still alive." So we kind of see that how like they accepted her, and even Sasha's little sister accepted her, saying things
Mhm.
like, "You know, at first I really wanted to kill you, but like, just take care." And then Gabby tells them her real name, and then from there we'll see like a little stuff like it's like we see Folk, Mikasa, John, you know, their conflict that they're having, their internal conflict with like who's going to be the leader. Why Flock thinks he's like the de facto leader working on Aaron's orders. We find out that he's known for like the past 10 months of Aaron's plan, and he's, you know, kind of like told him, "Hey, I'm keeping you in line with what I want to do, so let's do it." So you kind of feel like the superiority kind of complex type thing. And I mean, yeah, the episode was, again, and I'll say it again, very mid. I'm like, it plateaued super hard. I'm like, man, I kind of
Mhm.
expected to keep going higher and higher and higher, but I mean, we just didn't get that. But I mean, yeah, Rafa, like, what'd you think?
Yeah, I like those. I like. There's some parts I like more than other parts of this episode. I do like that it's not so cut and dry with the townspeople. You know, there's some people who are like, "Oh man, fuck Aaron. I lost my house. I lost my kids. I lost my family." And there's some other people who are like, "Hey man, it's for the cause. It's to, if we don't do this, the rest of the world's gonna come after us."
Mhm.
So like
True.
there's that conflict between the townspeople themselves, right? There's people who are like, yeah, this it just has to be done, Some people are saying like, hey, we're hurting our own selves, right? So there's like that back and forth between just the normal people, right? And I like that a lot. It's not everybody's still on Aaron's side, right?
Mm-hmm.
You also see people in Marley, like them, like those alien people trying to like, hey, shit's happening. They're coming for us. We got to get out of here. And the Marlin people are just like, dude, get back. Like, shut up. You're an LDN. We're not gonna listen to you. So
Mm-hmm.
that I like because it's like, because yeah, all we've really been seeing to this point is that like the rumbling happens, right, and we're just kind of stuck and with the scouts, right. We're not really seeing the effects that's really going to be taking place, and now we're starting to kind of see that, especially with Marley. Like those Eldian people, they saw the dream or whatever, so like they know what's coming,
Mhm.
and they're
Mm-hmm.
trying to tell them, hey, like shit's about to get real for us, and we got to jump on it. But they're not listening to him. They're not listening to them because they're Eldian, right? Because that's just they treat them like shit, and they even started blaming them for it. Like, oh, this is something you guys must have done, So I was like, okay, well, you idiots don't learn, so whatever. Um, but yeah, it's just I kind of feel like how the scouts feel. I'm just kind of like, what's happening
What do
next?
you Mhm.
We're just kind of like
Mm-hmm.
sitting here and just kind of like, and I guess thinking about it now, I'm actually more on the side of this episode than when I watched. I was like, yeah, it's whatever. But like now I'm thinking about it, it's like I think I actually do like this more just because of the themes of this episode, because of like this sense of like hopelessness and the sense of lost of like, what do we do now? We're just kind of sitting here as these titans are running everybody over.
Mhm.
They're gonna go destroy the rest of the world, and they're kind of powerless in a sense. They really don't
Mm-hmm.
know what to do. They don't have that leadership.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
Armin said himself, was like, yo, like the military, the structure of the military is gone. Like there's no
Yeah.
leadership here. There's nothing here. It's just Aaron and his homies running amok. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck do we do? So
Yeah,
Really,
pretty
that's
much.
true.
and
Mhm.
like now I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, that's actually pretty cool. Like, you really don't see your main characters put in a situation where they don't know what to do. They feel as powerless as we would do. And that's, I mean, I would be like, I would like, I don't know what to do. Like I'm just gonna be sitting
Yeah.
there like, I don't know what to do. Like, what the fuck? Like, just don't crush me, I guess. Like, I mean, if I'll try to figure shit out later, I guess. Or maybe they're gonna go after Eren and try to stop him and kill him or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe if Eren dies, the Titans stop, running amok. Also, I don't know. It's just there's so much up in the air, and I kind of like the sense of confusion and chaos that these episodes are really providing. So I'm actually liking this episode more than the more that I talk about it. Point. The more I'm like, it's actually a pretty good episode.
Yeah. It was just, I mean, from what we've just been watching, all of part 2, like, I would say this is the episode that definitely, like, changed, like, the flow of the show. Like, definitely. It was this episode. And I guess, I don't know if I was expecting more. I guess there's still a lot of things I want to see. Like, I want to see what the heck is going on with Eren, like, and I guess I understand, like you said, Rafa, I think this is a nice, real take on these characters. Like, hey, man, they just went through all this right now. Everyone's lost. Like, you have no government. It's just a shit show. Like, it's super chaotic. And no, when you explained it that way, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I like this episode a little bit more, but just from everything we've been seeing, I would still say it was okay. And I also just want to say, like, I think it's interesting too how this episode, there's like a point where like Hitch and Annie, they're on a horse, right? And they're going down the field, or they're riding by, and then you see the colossal titans just walking, doing their thing. And there was a point in this show where like they were terrified of these titans. And granted, at this point they can no longer do anything, but like now that's no longer the issue. Like that, now there's like turmoil within like the people, within the scouts, like there's other things going on that they are now like paying attention to. The titans are like the last thing on their mind at this moment. I just thought that was an interesting take. Like, I don't know, I just thought it was cool.
No, that's a good point. And just to kind of add on the whole thing with the military, I mean, look at Connie. He took someone who the military would love to have in their hands. And he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go feed this dude to my mom, and everybody just kind of looked at each other like, go ahead, bro. I guess like we're not gonna stop you.
Yeah.
So
it's Connie. It's your friend. Like, yeah.
But like, there's no Commander Pixies or anybody else to be like, hey, we don't do that. We need this person for whatever government reason. It's just like, no, like, all right, bro. Good luck. Like, come back in one piece. So good stuff.
Yeah. Well, we have officially hit the hour 30 mark. So with that being said, anime swap is going to be a quick one, only because we kind of skipped last week. We're going to give initial thoughts, our rating of the anime that I gave you guys, and then I believe it's Rafa's turn this week to give us our shows. So then he'll just give us our shows, and we'll go from there. So whoever wants to start, go for it.
You what did you give Renee?
I had Darling
in the Franxx.
Darling in the Franxx.
Okay, I'll go first because I want to hear what Renee has to say about Darling. I got Love to Kill, where it's just like in a assassination romance comedy drama. I don't know what to
pretty much.
Yeah, you're right. Spot on.
Yeah. So at the beginning I was having a little bit of trouble with it. I found like the main guy very stalkerish, kind of weird. Like he was really aggressive with this girl. Like he was like calling her, and it's just a bunch of shit. I'm just like, dude, she's clearly not fucking with you. Please leave her alone. I guess that's starting to turn around. I don't know. It's weird because like it's funny and it's cute, but at the same time they're out there shooting people in the head and killing people. So it's kind of like a big contrast. Because one moment she's mad at him because he went to go wash her clothes and she only has a towel on, right? And she's like, "Why did you take my clothes?" She's all embarrassed and shit. And next moment, people are getting shot in the head. So it's like, oh shit, So I'm not fully sold on this show just yet. I'm starting to like the main guy a little bit more. The more he's like around.
I like him
because even though I feel like he came on way too fucking short, like creeper stalker, like way too strong at the beginning. You can tell he genuinely likes and actually has like he wants the best for the girl, I guess you can say. Right? It doesn't look like he has any malicious intent towards her. So I'm like, okay, like I guess you're you're going about it in a really fucking weird ass way, but I guess you know you're not on some bullshit, you know. So and the girl's great. I love her attitude, and I like how she doesn't really take shit from people.
She's great. I love her too.
Yeah,
She's so cool.
And like I just want to know more about her backstory and how did she become an assassin, and also why does that one kid, the brown kid, like why does he not have a mouth? like what the fuck's up with that?
I don't know.
Yeah, did they just run out of budget? They're like, oh well, we'll animate it later, and they just forgot. Like I don't know what happened there, but I'm gonna have to give it a few more episodes to see if I'm fully in on it or not. I kind of want to say like I'm kind of like in the middle with it. I'm still not sold just yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how it goes.
Totally valid.
Yeah,
very valid.
That show goes from like one extreme to the next. Like
yeah,
there's like no in
really
between.
does.
Yeah,
and then they don't like tell you they don't tell you all the things that are happening. They give you like hints. I'm like, dude, I can't figure this out.
Yeah,
what is happening?
Exactly.
But yeah, so okay, cool. I mean, it sounds like you liked it.
I like it. I'm not sold on it just yet. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious.
Okay. I mean, we take those. That's still a W in the books. All right, it's not an outrageous absolute hate it.
Right.
Oh God, here we go. Renee, what did you think of Darling in the Franxx?
Darling with the Franxx? Is that what it's called?
In the Franxx.
In the Franxx.
Yeah.
It was good. It was weird at first. The whole like, you know, the male and the female have to like connect in order to like control these like Franxx. Like it was weird at first. I don't know why. Like there was just, I don't know why I thought it was weird, but it just was.
The positioning,
and
because it looked like they were doing it. That's what I thought.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like a pistol and a, you know, like for flowers, it's like a pistol and a stamen or whatever the fuck it's called. Basically, genitalia is what they're referring to.
And it's funny because I accidentally watched the second episode before the first episode, not realizing it was the second episode. So then that's when they actually started showing the characters like with their partners going into like their like the Franxx. And I'm like, what are they doing? And then like there was like there were angles where like you see like the female, like you see the backside of her, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I'm totally missing. I'm missing something here. And I found out that like, yeah, I totally had skipped the first episode. Because then I literally had started with the girl with the pink hair. She was just all over this boy, you know, and she like licked his face, or I don't know. It was just we're like, what is this? So I had to go back in the first episode and I watched it and I was like, oh, okay. I don't know how I feel about it. Like it was really weird. I'm not used to like the whole like what do you call them? They're Franxx, right? They're like the big machines, like just them kind of control the machines. Like that was cool. But I'm really curious to know more about like the girl with the pink hair and the main character. Like they obviously like have a connection, they have chemistry, and like I know that he has a hard time connecting with other people, but like with her, and there's something about her, like she's like, I don't know, another being, or like she has these like powers, but he can only pilot like with her. So that's like where I'm at right now. And what like episode 3 ended up with like his friends, like they were all in the Franxx, and they went to go battle on the Klaxosaurs, whatever they're called. And the pink hair girl had partnered up with another member, or their side, whatever they're called, and like ended up killing him. So like I know at this point, like every partner she's had, they end up like dying, and he's like the only one, the boy, he's the only one that like took less damage when he had piloted with her in her Franxx. So like that's cool. Like I want to know more. Like I'm intrigued by them in particular. And I'm gonna keep watching. Yeah. Like she's cool, and I know you like her a lot, and I don't know how I feel about her. Like there's still like this, I don't know who she, like where she's from. Like, you know, there's something different about her. And yeah, that I like. I mean, I like it. It was just weird at some some
so like
moments.
it's weird at the beginning, and then it kind of like mellows out. You get way
Oh,
less of
thank
like
gosh.
that. You
Yeah,
get way less of the fan service.
once they explain everything, once again, I had jumped on the second episode and they went right through things. I'm like, okay, wait, what? I'm missing something. And then I kind of watched it from the beginning and they kind of explained it more. I'm like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, but I mean, yeah, I'm happy you guys are at least somewhat liked it or were intrigued by it. But but yeah, Rafa, give us your pick so then we can close out the pod.
Definitely. So I had one pick for both of you guys, but Renee, you said you haven't seen Soul Eater, so I'm going to give you Soul Eater.
Hey, woo!
Nice.
One of my favorite anime of all time. So I'll love to see what you think about that. Hector, have you seen this anime called My Little Monster?
Sounds familiar, but I don't think so.
Okay, it's a romantic comedy.
Oh.
I remember.
I'm gonna look this up.
I liked it I liked it a lot watching it. I enjoyed it. You know, it's something that I normally don't really.
Okay, I've heard of this, but haven't watched it.
Watch it, great. So you go and watch it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, dude's wild. He's rambunctious, and she's all like silent. And, like, hey man, stop acting like a fucking idiot. Love the chemistry. Great stuff. So we'll see. Hopefully you like it. And yeah, Soul Eater. It's, you know, people become weapons, and they have to hunt like witches and demons and shit. And
that sounds cool.
Yeah. So the way that it works, or the way it is like there's a school run by Death himself, and there's some people that can turn. There's some students that can turn into weapons, and some could like you actually use the weapons. And their whole goal is to collect 99 evil souls and 1 witch soul. And then the person who becomes a weapon becomes a death scythe, like an upper rank weapon, like a weapon that Death himself can use. That's like the whole point of it, or whatever. So, without giving too much, that's kind of like the base premise. And you follow Maka and his name is Soul Eater, and their adventures and their quest to become, you know, the best of the best of their class. And there's Death the Kid, and then there's Black Star. It's a lot of really fun characters. It's a shonen through and through. There is some fan service here and there, especially I think episode 1 with
episode 1 is very fan service
with one certain character.
Very.
So just a heads up on that. But overall, it's a really, really great show. I love this show so much. It's special to me. So yeah.
Okay. No pressure, right?
No pressure.
No pressure.
No. It's okay. You already destroyed K-On! For me, so it's fine. So, but yeah.
Well,
yeah. Sorry. I just couldn't.
It's just like I'm not about it. No, you're fine.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's fine. But yeah, we'll see. The opening scene for Soul Eater is just like one of my favorite scenes ever. So hopefully you like it.
It's really good. Yeah. I just remember what it looked like. Yeah. But
yep.
That is it for this week's episode of The Potter. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We all very, very much appreciate it. We love talking about anime. We love that you guys are here, a part of it with us. Shout out to the live chat for coming by and stepping through and saying what you guys got to say. Final shout outs to give. We all stream on Twitch at twitch.tv, and you can find Rafa playing as a variety streamer on twitch.tv/RafaBotGaming. You can find Renee at twitch.tv/Renegades with her incredible art pieces. You can also find myself at twitch.tv/ultra_vehement, and you can find John, a Lego plus mini variety streamer, at twitch.tv/MuffinBoy23, and I knew it was too good to be true. Twitch.tv/damn, my username won't FI. Said it was going to stream today, but it didn't. Look at that. But that is Alex. Make sure to check it out. Drop a follow. Maybe he'll stream. Who knows? But yeah. Also, make sure to check out artist and gamer shop. It is going to be in the link down below. It is an Etsy shop that creates incredible gaming and pop culture and nerdy culture, great stuff. They have some super dope stuff, and from what a little birdie told me, they have some new stuff in the works. So just yeah, you know, just keep it out.
Yeah.
Keep it open. Yeah. You know, they're working on stuff. They're busy, but trust. All right, have faith.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye. We'll see you later, gang.
Bye, guys.
Peach and Rafa. That's what they say at the end of Smite.
All right.